Okay, so I haven't done this for a while. Whoops. Streaming, I mean. So, let me know if you can or can't hear me. And if the audio is okay. Otherwise, we'll give it about a minute. Let's make sure everything's going smoothly and then we'll jump right in. Audio's A-okay. Alright. Well, welcome. This is Disco Elysium. One of the best games I've ever played. It came out in, I think it was like 2019. It just kind of flew under my radar, and I think a lot of other people's as well. So we're going to start fresh and just do a new game and just kind of hop right into it. So right away it wants us to select an archetype. We've got one that's high in intellect, one that's high in psyche, one that's high in physicality, and then you can kind of make your own. So these are kind of the four main families of stats we have. Intellect, so things like logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric. Psyche is volition, willpower, empathy, authority, and then physicality is your ability to impose your will on things, objects, physical stuff. We'll get more into the individual skills later, but I thought it would be kind of fun to either make our own or let one of you decide which kind of archetype we're going to go for. It doesn't matter a whole lot. The game is going to be amazing either way. For instance, if you've ever done like an RPG and you've played someone with like a low intelligence stat, I've always felt kind of like hindered by that choice, because most RPGs are just like, oh, you're just a bumbling idiot, you can't get anything done. Like there are entire dialogue trees that are locked off to you just because you're not smart enough to pick up on things. I was expecting this game to be the same. I expected it to not be as satisfying. But the playthrough that I've gotten the farthest with has been this archetype. It really is not like a punishment for not having intelligence. In fact, it's actually gotten me a lot of deep interactions that I wouldn't have had otherwise, and the way that it does that is really kind of fascinating. So, when you make your own, do you get to build each stat, or do you still generally have to choose one of the main three? You are kind of limited to the four main categories, so let's take a look here. So it gives us kind of a spread. There are only four main stats, and those correspond to like a family of stats. So you can go from 1 to 6, 6 being like absolutely incredible. I do like the distribution that they have in the regular archetypes of having like a 5, a 1, a 3, and a 2. No, it's like 1, 2, 4, and 5. Because I do think it's important to have a character that is bad at something, that has a weakness. I felt that way about D&D, just anything in general. When you are playing like a deep role-playing game, especially one like this where your choices matter, it's fun to have a character that isn't amazing at everything, or isn't like your average Joe at everything, so that you're not like incredible at one thing or bad at another. I do like to have that kind of disparity. So I'm open to whatever you want. Josie, you're here right now, so you kind of get precedence over deciding what kind of a playthrough we're doing here. And just to give you a sense of what each of these correspond to, if we go to the next screen real quick, and we can always go back, these aren't locked in yet. But intellect has things that are kind of self-explanatory. Visual calculus, like visually reason your way through the world. Drama is about lying and picking up on people lying to you. Conceptualization is imagination, the generation of unique or novel ideas, things like that. Brute force, dummy would be entertaining, but smart sounds better. See, yeah, and that was kind of my assumption going in as well, is that like, oh, well, I want intellect, right? Because that's like usually how I play games, is I don't want to like miss out on anything. But we can do whatever. Here, let me move the little chat bar off of the right side, the overlay, because that is exactly where we're going to be reading a lot of our dialogue. Okay, so there we are. Yeah, Psyche is interesting. Inland Empire is your gut feelings, your hunches. It also seems to have dominion over like your feelings on supernatural things and like detecting things that maybe aren't right, or maybe there's something deeper going on. Suggestion is your ability to influence people, persuade them, pick up on their kind of emotions and feelings, would be empathy. Authority is exerting yourself as like an officer of the law. So I'm really open to any of these. I know that a kind of a strength build is pretty fun, but I don't think I've actually pursued a primarily intelligence build as much. So I'm thinking we might try that. It's extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. And I think I'll kind of use that to inform some of the dialogue decisions that we can make. So here we go. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
The voice acting in this game is pretty cool.
Ever.
Ever?
Never, ever.
We're gonna keep... No, we're curious. Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Okay, well, I guess we'll keep
An
non-existent.
inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Thank goodness for that. This is great.
Yes, it is.
Was that about the eggs something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The meat thing, I'm guessing, is our corporeal form. So we're unconscious right now. That was probably evident already, but we're kind of having a little dialogue with the different parts of our brain, our subconscious. So we can plunge back into the fathomless deep and just enjoy non-existence for a little bit more. But I kind of want to know about the X something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
Oh man. Okay, so it's giving us... I mean, I know what happens, but he's making a pretty good case for just staying. Let's see what happens. Don't be naive. Of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all, Borough.
A return trip to the silence, please.
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Okay. Wait, no, I need to belittle myself instead.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Wait, I did this to myself?
Yes, your one disco mother.
I don't care. I'm an idiot, a brave idiot.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
Oh no, not sensations.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Please, no, I've changed my mind. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Okay, who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice to name a motor carrier.
Okay, so this is the first example of the voices in our head starting to... Well, I mean, it's already been voices in our head, right? But here's one of our skill checks. So it rolls all of these things in the background as you're playing. And it has different, like, thresholds. So we rolled a 12 against the threshold of 10. It's a medium difficulty check, and we succeeded. So this guy will, you know, he'll pop up and be like, oh yeah, you know what that sound is. It's a motor carriage. There we are, in all our splendor. Okay, looking a little rough. So, this is a mainly mouse-driven game. So you can just walk around. There are little things that we can interact with, or at least see descriptions of. Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was still playing. Okay, so we also have the ability to highlight things we can interact with. Let's get some pants on first and foremost. That's probably pretty important. You can see our clothing gives us stats as well. So you can go down here and check, see what we've got equipped. This one gives us a penalty to savoir-faire, which I believe is just kind of your dexterity, sort of. Your ability to move swiftly and then a plus to electrochemistry. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. So pretty much what you would expect from some 70s style, like, bell bottoms. And then sometimes you'll get some of these.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Okay, so where are the keys?
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Great.
The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Okay, so we're in some sort of hotel / diner. What is that? Empty cassette case. Okay, here's our shoe. Left foot. Okay. Where's our other shoe? Okay, then we have a jacket. A disco-ass blazer. One moment here. I'm gonna close my door. Okay. So esprit de corps is our knowledge of police culture. Our character doesn't know this yet, but we are law enforcement. Okay.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
The funny thing is, our starting outfit is not randomized. Our character chose to wear these things. And it's what we have access to right now. This is, like, sometimes it'll tell you there are choices that you can make that trigger, skill checks. This one we have a 58% chance to complete. It's based on software fare, which we have a penalty to with our pants. Before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and quick save.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has
Let's try to
somehow
get it.
attached itself. You swoop up and
Whoa.
catch the tie.
Okay.
Snap. It's released from the blade.
So we got
What
it.
you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Okay. Let's
A
turn the light on.
terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Whatever, it's just light.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Okay. Then I guess we'll
The
turn
lights are off again.
it up. So we just took damage. 1 out of 2. And then we only have 1 morale bar. That's gonna be tough. There's a shirt in here. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. I see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. So we're definitely a drinker. What's it? Okay.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things?
Okay.
Probably not, no.
Good that we're keeping ourselves
Hot
in check.
water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, or recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Okay.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Oh no.
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
At least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
No. Okay. Let's just wipe the mirror, pull the band-aid
Behold.
off.
You have no idea who this thing is.
Hey, there
Do
we are.
you?
Dear Lord, help me. What is this?
Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom? God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. It's an expression of pain. I'm gonna go with that one.
You are correct.
Great. Experience gained. Cool. Okay, another set of skill checks that we can try. Encyclopedia 6. This one we actually have a good shot at. It's a formidable check. Deep dig in your mind and locate the source of the expression.
It belongs in
Yeah.
the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Alright. So some sort of revolution happened.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million.
Okay.
If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Gotcha. Thanks, drama.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air, Boîte de Nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Okay. I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. How long ago was the new? Anything else? Like, who am I? Did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice du Nemo.
So why did I adopt the expression?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
Oh, that's sad.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
Okay, so we've adopted at least some of our personality off of this pop star.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Okay. 3% chance for electrochemistry. Why not? Let's go for it.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay, so it's stuck on our face for now. That's fine. I mean, at least we're smiling. We still look like a washed-up has-been, but we're a happy washed-up has-been. What's up with the window?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is where expertise really shines. What happened in the window?
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own
A
hands?
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Okay. So what did
More
this?
likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Is it my other shoe?
The single green shoe you found fits the
Yeah.
hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Okay. Should go get this
Cool
shoe.
wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
New task, find your other shoe. What an exciting little adventure. Okay, so this, when we talk to the mirror, we got, this is our thought cabinet. We've got this random little thing. So we've unlocked Guillaume de Million. We can ponder on this guy. Whatever happened to Guillaume de Million, who with his amber mane and his sparkling teeth beguiled the tattered remains of the nation? While you snuffed and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust, or did he simply stand in a corner and melt into the slendering new lines of some starlit Boite de Noir 20 years ago? Spare thought for this great ass, too. What? Or wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West. Oh, do I think I am this guy? Okay, so we'll have -1 logic while this is going. It'll take 4 hours of in-game time, but let's ponder on this. See what it does for us. Okay. Still on, rolling on empty. Alright, time to leave. Calendar says it's March.
Hello,
yeah, the writing in this
officer.
game is absolutely stellar.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer, am I a military person?
No.
Wait, I know, I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly. Officer could be an artistic statement, a claim to official renown.
Officer's my stage name, right? I can see myself as a middling disco artist called The Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? And then we have... Oh no. Try the expression on her lip. Her know you want her physically. We're gonna leave that red. I don't think we're gonna try that. Unless you really want me to. Let's see. Why don't I?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
That's depressing.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. You'll let almost anyone be a police officer.
Okay, this is a red check, meaning we can't retry it. Screw it, let's go for it.
The words have already left your mouth.
I'm not gonna repeat that.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
No, I don't want to.
Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time. Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
What kind of cop are we? We have Cop of the Apocalypse, Superstar Cop, or I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. You're pretty. I'm sorry. I'm the sorry cop. And then I'm not sure I'm a cop at all. I don't remember being one. I think I might have lied. Let's go Superstar Cop. Actually, I don't know if we have the moxie to be Superstar Cop. We kind of seem more like a sorry cop. I mean, we're in a kind of a pitiful state already.
Don't be. It was funny. And anyway, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about any of it?
Yeah, I guess.
So what if you can't pull grade A pussy anymore? There are other things in life. More meaningful, more fitting for a man your age. This is Fata Morgana. One thing, though.
Did she just rate her own genitalia?
It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Didn't do what? You're the primary suspect now. Sorry for the coughing. Alright, well that was our first interaction with another human being. I'd say it was successful. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Okay. Oh, we need to get our shoe. It's okay. Something on the table. Money. Yeah, that was eventful. Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Our other shoe. Look, we have so many thoughts about this.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
My shoes don't discriminate.
Like two baby crocodiles.
Wait, these do not look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
That's fair.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Oh, well, our shoes fit, so we've got that going for us. Mr. Briny Wind washes over us. Look at that, the whirling in rags. Can we talk to this person for a minute up here? I guess not. Okay, let's go check out downstairs. Look at that, we're running. Or we were. Trompe le monde. It's a pretty heavy French influence. Okay. So clearly wanted us to look over there. So closed for the winter. That's where lyrics would be. Big old karaoke mic. Just waiting for someone to sing it. Into it. Speakers connected to the radio. Oh.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
That's what Instagram is for. Let's see. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
Oh, is that what you think?
Through a PA system.
Yeah.
By other people.
What should I sing when it comes
You
to
should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course. I'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one.
Serves them right.
What's
Wipe
up,
that
Jose?
smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one.
No one.
You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
This goes well with my theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, essentially. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. Beautiful words.
I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. So, to catch you up, we just woke up in a trashed room. And we're slowly trying to piece together who we are and what we're doing here. You look nice.
Hello, sweetie.
Hello.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Let's shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay. We have I don't really know my name. We have Just Call Me Officer, and we have that's pretty. Let's see. Conceptualization medium 11. Invent a name for yourself. I mean, why not? We have a high skill in conceptualization. What do you guys think? We're doing the officer, or are we trying to come up with something more colorful? Oh, by the way, so, just for reference, our main skill is in intellect, which involves imagination, and, knowing random trivia facts about things, rhetoric, drama. Leroy Jenkins. Dude, what if I could? Maybe he'll come up with it.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Oh no, we're irresponsible. Alright, are we a liar? We do have high drama, so I think I want to be a liar. You mean that guy? Not towards the man behind the counter? I totally talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again.
Dang it.
Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
This man is doing you a professional courtesy. He knows you haven't talked to the proprietor about whatever it was you were supposed to talk to him about.
Dang it.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Do we double down on the lying? Yes, the police. I'm aware that I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
Yep.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Dang it.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? I don't like dead bodies. Look, man, yeah. No. Or completely.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Completely.
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Oh no.
We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember anything. Okay, so this is where it starts getting into like, what kind of a person are we for this playthrough? So far, we're very apologetic. We lie to try to get out of responsibility, but we're very intelligent. So I see us going for like some of the more pathetic responses. We're just kind of a coward. Look at us, we're a paperweight. We have 2 pips of health and 1 of morale. We don't want to put ourselves into danger at all. So, let's try this.
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down.
Seems legit.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Okay.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
I think what he meant by all the trees is if a murder goes long enough without being solved, that's going to embolden the killers. If the law isn't enforced, then people won't respect it, and pretty soon it'll lead to, like, more crime, more violence. It's not from the Rat Squad, is it? Okay. Ah, you mean the Rat Squad?
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
You said insignia, these white rectangles, you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Okay.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Is he asking us to get run over? Or is that just how you, Oh, that's how you see the watermark, I guess.
You mean you don't have a badge?
That sounds bad. Here we go. Pretend we found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman, and I have my badge.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
But I can't remember
I can
anything.
see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
What are we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Alright.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Alright. Autosave. Signed reads, mess hall reserved for Union members, doors open at 1600. Said to catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, strike poster, some red pennants. Self-proof an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. Doors bolted. A sign reads, the kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. It's a water cooler. Oh, it says no safed. A little health item. Word Monday is written. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts at a man's handwriting. Okay.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
That's kind of sad as that could be used to describe me, too.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. Okay. We've got the Harbinger of Ruin. What is golden orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names, or say nothing. I don't know. I like golden orange forest fire.
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What's gold orange and smells like liquor? Or Kim is about to say something. Let him. Let's go full on.
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Yeah.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Kim seems like a pretty level-headed guy. It's good to balance us
Do you
out.
have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
No way.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Who, me?
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
He thinks you're stupid, sire.
Thanks.
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Good point. Where is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Okay, good to know. Why did Sylvie go
She
away?
went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
You sleazeball.
Thank you.
Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Okay, we have this stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everyone has something to do with it. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know, I just went for it. Or, you're right, I probably shouldn't have asked. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. He's her boss. He manages the cafeteria she works at. Does he not understand the power dynamic? What a jerk.
What?
That's right. If there's one thing I know about myself, it's that I'm a total raging feminist. You heard me, or do you have a phallus in you? Wow. I don't think I'm that incendiary. I am kind of a coward. I'm not a feminist. I just want to see the look on your face.
Is that so? Mr. Feminist?
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Thank you, tutorial agent. Let's do that now. So we've got 3 slots open, and then we can unlock more with skill points we get from leveling up. Right now we're already pondering on this former pop star. Let's go ahead and add this. +2 authority against men. That's good. Something stirs in you. Something interdisciplinary. It's a newly formed reaction to the tyrannical gender roles around you, or something you've always had. One thing is for sure. You're not a mild feminist. Oh no. These are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony? Sure. Let's do it. Rise up, sisters. Let's see. Who... Let's ask this last. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a
That
bartender.
period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Wow.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
We said they hoisted him up on a tree.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers lynch this man?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
Right.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
I guess that's it.
Let's go.
30 experience, heck yeah.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
What's real? Slip away unnoticed. We gotta try this one, but I don't know you. Okay, let's play dumb first.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money?
Wow, you're a genius.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
I am a genius. My name is amber and red like a forest fire and smells like whiskey. And I am a genius. You're under arrest.
Can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
Yes! 83%. We have to do it. We have to do it.
Did someone order a vague, farcical reading of the law? More than one pops into your head.
Oh, great. We're such a piece of crap. Refusal to aid an officer of the peace. You are impeding me from carrying out a murder investigation with your inane request for money. I wonder what Sylvie has to say about that. And you have admitted to sexual crimes. You will be taken to sex prison.
What in the name of God?
Sounds like you think sex is more than a social construct. Tell me, do you think women are mentally inferior to men?
Okay. I know what is going on. And, okay, I'll call your station. What did you say it was?
Sex prison.
41.
Dang it.
I'll call them for recompensation for the room. But you still owe me 70 for the drinks and the window. And I do not think women are mentally inferior to men.
God, we're just... let's see. I have no memory of drinking them, so I'm not paying for them.
The ledger does. The ledger has a memory. The drinks are non-negotiable. There's no way your station will pay for them.
I won't pay for the window?
Fine, I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in a post-apocalyptic shithole? Go ahead. But I'm not giving you another room.
I don't think he would have, even if we did pay it. Cool.
No, not cool. You still owe me 30 for the drinks. If you don't have it by tonight, I'm not letting you back up there.
That's enough now, sir. Good day.
Responsibility avoided.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I don't know.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe? Far away? Up on Marble Hill.
Why did you say that?
These are just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything.
You don't really know, do you?
No. Am I homeless?
Something produced by the random firing of synapses doesn't sound like a place you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. I have everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we just unlock another thought? Hobo cop. Yes. Ungainly and rambling. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides. Can't be disheveled. Doesn't have to wash. Carries himself with lurch gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again hear, "You're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself." Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. He's got a good point. Hobo cop. A feminist hobo cop. Alright. What next?
Yes?
I think you should know that tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Officer Hobo smells crime. Or is that my unwashed body after 3 weeks? Let's see. That would be kind of a criminal smell. Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. Okay.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
Guy behind the counter thinks some union people hanged a man.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
That's horrible.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Yeah, I want to point out something you just said. These dialogue trees are nutty, what the what. Yeah, so this is one of the things I like the most about Disco Elysium compared to at least games that are similar. You know, text-based RPGs with lots of dialogue, lots of writing. I mean, I don't have too much experience with them, other games of this sort, because I was just found them boring, right? And the dialogue options that I am familiar with are just very basic, like, oh, yes, I agree, I disagree, or just random questions. This game is different, and I love it because it gives you, like, so many crazy things that you could say. And it even says in a loading screen tip that you shouldn't be afraid of picking the wacky options, because people are usually more forgiving of people being weird if they're in some kind of position of authority. And since you're a police officer, it really just gives you license to be super off the wall. You know, nobody's gonna, like, deck you in the face just because, you know, you implied that they were, you know, not a good person for asking for Sylvie's number, you know, or saying, like, I want to have F with you, from upstairs. Like, so I've learned to just kind of be fearless with the dialogue in this game, because it really is lenient in the way that people react, but it's also extremely entertaining. Like, if you had told me previously that, like, a game that is 90% dialogue would be, like, one of my favorite games of this year, I mean, I wouldn't have believed you. Just 'cause it sounds boring, right? But, like, they went all in on the dialogue and making it amazing, and they succeeded. They knocked it out of the park. I can't believe how much work that would have taken. I am freezing, so I'm going to advance this dialogue tree, let you listen to the thing, while I go get a jacket.
A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Okay, I'm back. Why didn't we know anything about the
They
caller?
didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Yeah, Josie, that's the thing too. Detroit is, like, it's a very serious game, and it really wants you to take it seriously. You know, it's very self-important, and this game has no such illusion. Like, you are solving a murder, and that's quote-unquote serious, but, like, it's more of, like, the backdrop of, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing, but you can kind of leave it in the background and make progress on it when you have nothing else to do. A lot of the best parts of the game are just wandering around and talking to random people and just piecing together, like, how much of a piece of crap you were before you, like, drank yourself into amnesia. Why hide yourselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Hold on, and the RCM is...
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
I would say, yeah, no, so you missed the beginning. You didn't miss a whole lot, but we began talking to our ancient reptilian brain and our limbic system, who were trying to get me to go along with the fact that we are in oblivion, sailing into nothingness, don't need to worry about anything, no ex-wives are contained within the abyss, so we could just hang out there, be cool, and just let nothing happen to us. And we were fine with that, until we heard a motor carriage outside that woke us up, and I'll have to go back up to the room, but we were nearly naked in a trashed hotel room with zero memory, none at all. So we're slowly piecing together that yes, we are an officer of the law. We also have this like expression stuck on our face that, thanks to Encyclopedia, we trace back to this one dude. Anyway, just picturing the creepy permanent grin throughout all of this is great on its own. Yeah, so this expression is frozen on our face, and it's like a kind of a thing that we picked up from some, pop artist along the way. And it's now frozen onto our face, our swollen alcoholic face. There's actually a skill check that we tried to stop making the expression, and our skill for that was way too low. So for now, we're stuck with it. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Haha. If we're from different precincts, why are we
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
For now.
Good.
Alright. We have gained quite a few tasks in a very short amount of time. Alright. We've made a call reporting the crime. Alright, well, let's go back out and find the spot. Oh, wait, no. I want to show you the room first. I guess it's not, like, essential, but... Yeah, so this is the state that we woke up in. Just an absolute bender. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. It says...
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Go check out this body. Or we could just wander around and talk to random people. It's whatever you guys want.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating.
The sentiment is called Anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Kind of want to see the body. Would it open up new dialogue with people when you meet them later? It does, yeah. Let's go see the body. Alright, what's this?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking
Cop
at this?
habit. You look at everything.
Okay,
This isn't case-related, you think.
really? What kind of vehicle drove through
Hard
here?
to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Here we go, visual calculus time. Let's Sherlock this crap.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all.
Wow.
Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Huh. I had like a 70% chance to succeed too. Alright, well. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy a human being decomposes. This kid's ladder's rickety but still climbable. Ladders for kids, it wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Let's see.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Gross.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Legendary endurance.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Try to walk away. Nope, nope. I apologize
Too
for
late.
that.
It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
You're a real one, Kim.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
I think ammonia would help.
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
So I don't, like, I've heard of ammonia being used for, like, dealing with dead bodies, but, like, is it something you drink? Like, I don't really know what it is or why it would be helpful.
I can't handle the headache. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Ooh, tracks.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Thanks, Brain. Lieutenant, workers' boots tracks.
Noted.
Alright, we failed the last one that had a 70% chance. Let's see if we got this one.
Maybe more than 12.
Yes.
No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 2. Standard work boot.
Okay, I'm gonna
Steel
skip past
3.
most of these.
Hobnailed work boot. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. 5. Another standard work. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Pretty good at this, ain't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Sounds like being hyper-focused on ADHD.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Oh, about the whole ADHD thing. So there's been a shortage and I haven't been taking my Adderall as often as I'm technically supposed to. Just because there's not a lot left. And I need it to last through graduation. But that's not the point here. The point is, someone recommended cold showers. And I was like, that's dumb. Like, maybe I can self-treat in a way that isn't reminiscent of like a torture method. But I actually found a study that says that even 30 seconds of like a cold shower, exposure to cold water, can boost your dopamine production by up to 250%. And one of the root causes for ADHD is your body not being able to regulate its own dopamine production. So I'm trying it out, and it sucks. It's the worst. I'm not even sure if it's having a measurable effect or not, but anyway. Not sure why I brought
8.
that up.
And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother.
How many?
400 million.
I counted 20. I take it it's less than that. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman? Or a kid? Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
Cold showers are actually good for your hair too. See, that's the thing, is like I'm finding out more and more that cold showers are just like better for you in lots of different ways, even things that like you wouldn't think are even like related. Like thinking right now, I'm sure what you said is true and that cold showers do help your hair, but like knowing what I know, which granted isn't a lot, why would cold water help your hair? Like, why? So, and I'm sure there's a reason that I'm missing, but it just kind of pisses me off that something so unpleasant is just overall so good for you. Like, what a cruel, twisted joke that fate is making. That, like, one of the things I hate the most in the world, which is cold showers, is probably, like, the best thing I could be doing every day for myself.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Nod thoughtfully.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yeah, it's very prudent.
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Seals the cuticle down, makes your hair shiny, and it helps it preserve natural oils better. Although it shouldn't make sense, but it does. That's cruel. Josie just passed her encyclopedia check. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Hair is just one of those things that, like, you wouldn't think is more complicated, but, like, your body does a lot. There's a lot of, like, unseen little processes that go along with your hair and, like, hair health. Yeah, just, like, not something you would expect from, like, something that's ultimately just, like, a million little strands of keratin.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
I guess it makes sense for you to know that. It is, like, part of your profession. What do you think happened?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
That's enough for now. That's enough, like, detective stuff. Let's do something interesting. Is this kid throwing rocks at the body?
Kuno's got this.
No, Lord.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Hey kid, a weird police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Well. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy.
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, great.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
What?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Alright. Let's put a pin in that then. Where was a crown? A light above descending. Huh. What a poetic thing to put on a trash bin.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Oh, we get the lock
We could
open.
try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Alright. Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me? It says she's the wife of somebody.
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no sweetie. Look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
That stupid dimple's only brought me suffering.
Love can be cruel, sweetie. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How'd you like to roll?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, raiding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Kim, of course. I forgot I had you. You're probably right.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
Yeah.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
I could talk a little later. Okay, I actually realized what time it is. I have to get ready for work. But I would be open to streaming more of this. Just let me know. Great game. If you like incredibly intelligent writing, this is definitely the game for you. So, thank you. And appreciate y'all listening in, or if you're watching later. Yeah, that's it for Disco Elysium for now. Thanks, everyone. Bye.